Sometimes it takes an ass. I've been a little like Balaam for most of my natural life. Had my mind made up by Monday, wouldn't listen to good advice. The old men tried to warn me, said, son, that road won't last. But I'd bow my neck and spur ahead, just like Balaam and his ass. I thought stubborn meant courageous, thought hard-headed made me strong. And if everybody said turn right, you could bet I'd prove them wrong. I doubled down on stupid, put the pedal to the floor, and somehow by the grace of God I lived to do it some more. Sometimes it takes an ass to talk to you when you're too damn stubborn to hear. When an angel's standing in the road ahead, but you're charging without fear. God can send a preacher or an old wise man, but sometimes they just won't get through. So when you won't listen to the voice of God, He'll find an ass to talk to you. There were elders that He sent me. There were good men, tried and true, who'd already walked those crooked roads I was hell-bent on walking through. They said, boy, we've seen this movie, and we know how this thing ends. But youth has got a funny way of mistaking warnings for offense. Lord, I should have died a dozen times from the foolish things I've done, running headlong into trouble like I was bulletproof and young. But every time I found the cliff edge, every time I went too far, mercy somehow found me right exactly where we are. Sometimes it takes an ass to talk to you when you're too damn stubborn to hear. When an angel's standing in the road ahead, but you're charging without fear. God can send your mama, God can send your friends, send an old man who's been through. But when pride has got you deaf and blind, He'll find an ass to talk to you. Balaam beat that poor old donkey, 'cause she wouldn't take another stride. He couldn't see the angel with a sword there by his side. Then God gave that beast a voice, and finally Balaam understood. The thing he thought was fighting him was the thing that saved him for good. And Lord, how many times was that me cursing what stood in my way, never knowing that the roadblock was your mercy for that day. Now I've got some miles behind me and a little gray to show, and I finally learned there's wisdom in the folks who've walked the road. And some of God's best messengers ain't the ones you think He'd choose. He's got a sense of humor when He's trying to get through. Sometimes it takes an ass to talk to you when you're too damn stubborn to hear. Sometimes mercy blocks the road ahead when destruction's drawing near. I thank God for every road gets blocked tomorrow, and you're mad you can't get past, before you curse what stopped you, take a good look at that ass. 'Cause the Lord once saved a prophet with a donkey in his path. And looking back across my life, he's done the same for me, more times than I can count.